Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Le de Chambre, where we break down things geeky. And in this episode, we want to look at James Bucky Barnes. That's right, the Winter Soldier. And we're going to focus on episode 4 of the captain of the captain of the Falcon Winter Soldier series. And we want to pay special attention to the opening scene with Bucky and Ao. And so we're going to do a compare and contrast narrative. We're going to look at what James is doing, and we're going to look at a couple of things that are going on in the book of Proverbs. So let's get into this. Three things we want to look at. Three things that James we're going to pull from James Bucky Winter Soldier. Listen, there's a lot of names. So three things we want to look at. Now, number one, Bucky was in prison. Bucky, James Winter Soldier, was in the prison of his mind because of Hydra, because of the organization Hydra, who basically manipulated him, and he was doing assassinations for years upon years upon years. So Hydra was done to him. So Io and Shuri break him from that mental prison. Okay. So now freedom is now available for him to live life. He now has to figure out what to do with his freedom. And we see how some of this is playing out in the series. So Bucky's in the prison of his mind because of Hydra. We're in the prison of our mind because of sin and because we sin. In other words, what we do and what has been done to us. So Bucky has Ao and Shuri and in essence Wakanda break him free. Wisdom desires to break us out of the prison that we are in. So wisdom desires to break us out so that we are free from the control that has that where we do harm and we are harmed. Proverbs 13:17 says, a wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful envoy brings healing. Let me say that again. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful envoy brings healing. In Bucky's story, the faithful envoys are Io and Shuri. And like I said, you can say Wakanda as a whole. So and Bucky being a wicked messenger because he was doing the bidding of Hydra, sending messages. Yeah. So in Bucky's story, the faithful envoys are Io and Shuri. In our story, the faithful envoy is wisdom. Do we listen to her? Do we listen to her? Hey, what's up? Number 2, Bucky found peace. I believe it was episode 1 when he was talking to the psychiatrist, and he said he found a little peace, a little calm in Wakanda. So let's dig into this. After the events of Captain America's Civil War, Bucky was able to escape certain condemnation because of everything that went off in that movie, and he arrived in Wakanda. Now, in that location, he was rehabilitated. He was renewed. So in that situation, he realized his autonomy was more precious than anything else he could obtain. Shuri, the sister of T'Challa, was one of the people in charge of giving him, quote unquote, wisdom to face his mental enemies. We also, listen to this carefully. We can also escape certain condemnation by coming to Christ. Because, listen, in him and at his location, there is no condemnation. There is renewal and freedom. Romans 8:1 says, there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Ooh, man, all right, we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving. So in essence, listen, Bucky was in Wakanda, okay? Blessings, Wakanda forever, right? But we can be in Christ Jesus. Bucky was in Wakanda, but we can be in Christ Jesus. Final thing, third thing right here. Bucky must study. He must study. He's been broken free. He's receiving the wisdom from the Wakandan tech, from the sisters that are helping him, and so he must now study. He must engage. He must understand what's going on. So Io tells Bucky, it's time. And what she was referring to, okay, we want to show you that the deprogramming works. And she told Bucky she won't let him hurt anyone because he was afraid if you say the words, I'm going to, work under the manipulation that I've been under. And she said, no, don't worry. I won't let you hurt anyone. So he has to see for himself that the Wakandan method is effective. As you see in the opening credits, he cries after the success. And Io looks at him like a proud mother, right? So it's funny, in the current episode 4 of the series, we see Io is upset with him because of some decisions he made. And it causes me to think that think about this. Wisdom is not a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing. Oh, I got wisdom. No, it's progressive. It has a continuation. So wisdom's not a one-time thing, and we can learn from our mistakes and grow, right? This brings me to Proverbs 29:15. It says, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. So, interesting point here. Going back to the series, Bucky was training by the fire away from the city, away from the population, away from the people. But the training was going to bring about a redemption. And in that redemption, he can, if he wants to, he can possibly help people instead of assassinate them. So for us today, as a society, I believe we need to train by the fire of wisdom so that we can be of benefit to our fellow man instead of a hindrance. All right, guys, that's all we got today. Hopefully you enjoyed this. You'll comment, you'll like, you'll subscribe. And listen, any questions, comments, concerns, leave a comment, email me, let me know. But until the next time, peace.
You are free.